papi, la bendición, los papacitos, tiguerazos, cocotazos, cocotazos.
Today I'm heading to Hong Kong and I just wanted to bring you along, so be ready for the trip. I think we're gonna lose the flight. It's less than an hour before our flight leaves, and I think we're gonna have to run. Just, I don't know what they're building, but probably like a huge road or something, but you can see all the pillars there. I don't know what's the purpose of that road, but you can definitely see that they don't build little roads here. Welcome to our own train. We have our own private train to the airport, and we're gonna make it on time. Let's go. So I'm almost there. It's just at the end of this hall. We made it finally, and all these people are waiting. So I think we made our personal record. We arrived at the airport at 10 to 1, and now it's 1:15, and we are already on our way to the plane. So thank you to all the security people that helped us go through, but we made it. Just for you to have an idea, we arrived to the airport, had to figure out where's like the departure from Hong Kong, get there, then pass the first security check, then the second one for the passports, and then a third one. So it's been 3 security checks.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All that within 20 minutes, and now we're gonna try for the first time ever the tourist class on our flight to Hong Kong. I probably spend most of my time here in the plane just doing what I do whenever I'm flying, which is just to catch up some sleep and listen to some music. I brought my book, Let's Be Real. I probably just fall asleep because yesterday I was trying to see whether or not I could watch the Real Madrid game. The game was at 4 a.m. Haven't slept that much, so I'll probably just sleep. It's just a 2 hours flight, but still they give you a meal. This little fruit here. They have the roasted duck with the fries. We have the mango sorbet and this bread that is warm. I felt super weird when they asked me in English what I wanted to have for the lunch, etc. Because I've been totally immersed for about 2 months in China, in Shanghai, completely surrounded by people that don't speak my language, and I just got used to that. So literally just not talking to a lot of people. Just wanted to show you, like, this is the pitaya. This is one of these fruits that gets super popular because it's super fancy, but to be honest, when you taste it, it just tastes like water. It has no taste. That's it, so see you at landing. Bye. So safely made it to Hong Kong, and it was super quick to go through security, and now we're at the airport. It's been a little bit of a shock to see the difference between Shanghai and Hong Kong. I mean, people might think that they're completely the same, they're a little bit different. One of the differences is that they have here their own Christmas tree. Again, they're talking about Christmas, everything is in English. You can definitely see the difference. We finally arrived. We just got out of the hotel and we were looking for a place to have something to eat, and there was like this super tiny place with a lot of pictures of, you know, the people cooking the stuff. We were just there queuing and we asked some people, okay, what are they cooking? And they had just buy it, and it was this. And they told us, you know, they tried to explain what it was, but they told us, okay, just try it. We tried it. It was amazing, and we decided to buy one. And we were seeing that there were a lot of papers where it said octopus, octopus. So I thought it was something with octopus inside. And when we were about to pay, they just told us, okay, no credit card, only octopus or cash. We were not really understanding what was octopus until C pointed at the, you know, like the little payment thing that you used to pay. Then we realized that octopus is kind of like a payment system here, but we had no cash and no octopus, so we were like, okay, sorry, we only had credit cards, so we couldn't pay. There was some people behind us that just told us, okay, no worries, we'll pay for it. They were super, super kind. Maybe it's also because there is not such a big language barrier as in Shanghai, because we can speak with anyone there. By the way, it tastes like a waffle, but it's super, super nice. For dinner we decided to come to this place. Everyone recommended us to come here, so let's try it. This is the queue that I was telling you about. Let's see if it was worth it or if it's just literally like the ones that we are having in Shanghai. Oh, and let's see. So for those who don't know, this is a very like typical Shanghainese food, and it's basically like just this thing, full of meat and with a lot of liquid. So if you never tried it, it has kind of like a soup inside. So let's see. Super good. Very, very good. The plan for tomorrow is I go to the business center in the morning, then I will go to the Victoria Peak, and then probably I'll meet with this lady to have lunch or something to discuss how to open the company here in Hong Kong, and she can also give me a little bit of advice on the structure that I can give to the business if I want to sell internationally. And that's it for today. So I'll just stay here for a little bit, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. We just had the lunch with the lady. Funny enough, we went to a Spanish restaurant. It was pretty good, so it was great. We had a great meal. This lady definitely knows what she's doing. So we had a very fruitful conversation. And the next steps right now are just to wait until she now sends me an email with all the recommendations. And that's it. Hopefully, I just met a partner that is gonna come in with me throughout the entire journey from the beginning of the business to the later stage of it. So I'm very happy for that. I'm very grateful also that there was this person who connected me to this lady in the first time. So always take care of the people that help you out. That's another thing that's done, and now we only have to enjoy the rest of our time here in Hong Kong. This that I have right behind me is kind of like their own Shibuya crosswalk here in Hong Kong. At least that's what one lady from a coffee shop told me right now. I've never been in Japan, but this one, for a Spanish guy, this is definitely for a lot of people. Okay, so dinner is ready. Nothing beats Five Guys. Yesterday we didn't go to the Victoria Peak at the end, but they recommended us to visit that because apparently there are pretty good views of the city. Let's see how it is. Okay, you can see the views, amazing. And we just had a little encounter with a super nice Canadian guy. He spent 35 years here in Hong Kong, and he also told us a little bit about what he did because he was a lawyer, then he turned into a businessman. He built several businesses. He also got like a telecommunication company here in Hong Kong back in the days. This was like the 80s, 90s. We spent like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes talking with this man who told us all about his endeavors. And we also had a chance to tell him a little bit about what brought us here to Hong Kong and why we're now in Shanghai. But yeah, he was so kind. And he also gave me a few recommendations of places to visit here in Hong Kong. And as I said, this was just like a moment while we were making the queue for the Arabica, and it was great. Let me show you a little bit about the views. That's kind of like the terrace where most of the people go. It comes with a ticket if you pay for it. I think it's a little bit of a tourist trap, but here you have views that are probably just as good. And we'll just go walk around and see what else we can discover. One of the main differences that I'm seeing between Hong Kong and Shanghai is the fact that you have like this amount of nature just a few minutes away from the city, but then on the other side you also have like a city like this one with super modern buildings and pretty much anything you can imagine. And I can definitely see why like a lot of people love being here in Hong Kong versus being in a city like Shanghai, where if you want to go to a place with as much nature as this one, you probably have to travel an hour, 2 hours. Really liking it so far. And we're having some wonton noodles. It was a recommendation of this guy that I told you we met at the Arabica. So here we are. He told us a story about this building behind me. He said that it's owned by apparently one of the richest guys from Hong Kong. Then there is the other super famous building, that one, the Peak, which is owned by another super famous Hong Kongese billionaire. And he also told us that if we like cars, and I really like cars, that we could do something that, you know, this is kind of advice that only locals can give you, and it's that if we go down to the B1, he has there kind of like his car collection, or at least part of it. So I just got to the lower ground, the B1, as this guy told me. This is right at the entrance. These are the first two cars that you can see. You can have this Lamborghini, and you have also this super cool vintage car. Look at this other one. All of the ones that have the 886, like these ones here, these are all his cars. That Urus probably is also his, and all of these ones. So for anyone watching that's also a car enthusiast, you can probably have a pretty good time here. This one is not his, but look at this amazing vintage Rolls Royce. Quite an impressive looking car. If you ever come here to Hong Kong and you come to Victoria Peak, just come to the BO1 if you are into cars and walk around the parking, because I'm pretty sure you'll see some pieces that you really like. We're gonna go and check the park that they told us about, the Golden West Art Park, before it gets dark, and then probably we'll go up to that building. But this area is really impressive. I don't know if all of these are homes or not, but if you had to guess, how many people would you say that live just in these buildings? And we're right now on the roof garden of the M Plus building. It has taken us quite a long time to reach this place because it wasn't super easy to find, but it's definitely worth it. Look at like the views that we have from Hong Kong, and then the beautiful sunset right there. It's definitely an amazing place. So I would recommend any of you to come to Hong Kong to visit this place, especially during the sunsets. We're ending the day here on the opposite side because we were on that side before, we crossed, and we are now in this area to see the sunset here. It's just an incredible city overall, and that's the summary. I think we found the spot where we're gonna eat our burger for dinner. We were just going to our way back home to the hotel. We looked through the window and we saw like there was a store with pretty cool stuff. We just found the owner of the store, and he was telling us a little bit about the concept of the store, because you can see here they have many cool t-shirts, hoodies. You also have like the music playing with pretty unique things. And yeah, I just asked him if he would share with us a little bit about what's going on here, this super unique store here in Hong Kong.
My name is Philip, but we have a local illustrators to do the design. I can show you that this is the first design we created, and also we are trying to develop this concept to promote this concept to Japan as well. Besides teas, this year we're promoting musical stuff like vinyl, cassettes. This
have, like super nice designs.
This is from Taiwan.
Thanks a lot
You're welcome.
for your time. It's been amazing to visit the store and to know about everything that's going on here. Thanks, it's been amazing. See you later. Okay, so Wednesday, last day here, as always with my coffee. It is a super sunny day here in Hong Kong, as you can see. I'm looking for a place to have lunch. I'm now heading towards a place that people recommended me. It's been a trip where I've been giving it a lot of thought to make a particular decision, and yeah, I want to share that with you to see, okay, what do you think about it? It's actually crazy to see how warm the weather is right now, because it's December, literally. It's the 16th of December, I think, today. Yesterday, I literally spoke with my parents in Spain, and they just drove back home when it was snowing. It's crazy, it's crazy. Hello. One. I want to share what's the thing that has been going around my head for the past 2 days here in Hong Kong. It's the decision on whether or not I should buy my first luxury watch while I'm here. Watches here in Hong Kong are way cheaper than they are in Shanghai or in my home country in Spain. The reason why I'm not pulling the trigger, even if I already tried it twice in these just past 2 days, is that the rational Ivan that's saying, Ivan, why would you be putting that amount of money on a watch now when you have to focus on building the business, and maybe that's money that you could invest there? But then there is the other side, the other Ivan that is saying, if at some point you want to buy it, why not buy it now? It is a moment as good as any other to mark this very special moment that probably will never happen in your life again. And having that on your wrist will be kind of like a daily reminder on how hard you will need to work to make sure that you become that successful business person that you want to become in the future. And I also understand the people that think, okay, why would you spend so much money in a watch? So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. It'd be also cool to see if in the future, when I'm filming some of the next videos, I already have the watch on my wrist or not. I don't know if I'll make the rational decision or the emotional decision. If you were me, in my situation right now, what would you do? Would you pull the trigger and buy the watch? Or would you just like say, you know, fuck it, don't buy it, and maybe wait for a different moment? And if you already pulled the trigger and you bought your first luxury watch, when did that happen and why? What was the rationale behind? Let me know in the comments. There are two watches that I'm doubting between. I've tried both of them. One is the Omega Speedmaster, the Moon watch with the black dial, and the other one is the Cartier Santos. So I don't know, that's the thing, I'm doubting between those two. Okay, so here's one thing that has me pretty confused about Hong Kong. Like, to cross roads like this one, there are not like crosswalks there. You usually have to try to find some stairs somewhere, so then you can access these kind of bridges to go to the other side. Okay, so I think I just found the place that Robert told me the other day. So I'm happy that finally I found it, because as I told you, yesterday I was in a hurry, I tried to come here, but Hong Kong is so crazy that it doesn't matter. You follow the maps, but most of the times you end up being in the wrong side of the road, like there, or you just don't know how to get to here. And that was the case yesterday. But I'm happy that today I made it. I made it to Exchange Square. I got to see the statue, and now proceed on my way to the coffee shop. So with 9% of battery, I finally found it. This is the coffee shop. Okay, so tell me what's the chance that now that I just decided to sit down here, have my coffee, read a little bit about the news before I just went to the hotel, finish off the day, 99% decided that I'm not buying the watch until I get to those calls with my company. When I just close the newspaper, guess what's on the back? A full-blown Santos de Cardia advertising. Is this a sign of destiny? Does this mean that I should just go ahead and buy it today? And fuck it, I don't know. But please, stop playing with me, okay? Please, stop.
Hoy volví, dame tu brazo que decae y no la doy de versátil. Pero se le hace que feliz. Cuanto más trato de no pensar.
Okay, so another day, another coffee. Last day here in Hong Kong. I'm gonna try to find what the cafe is. I don't want to get you all dizzy, so I'll probably see you there. And before that, let's just try to get a pineapple bun on this place, because I had here one yesterday. It was the first time that I had it, and it was so good. So let's see if they can give me one. Hi, can I have a pineapple bun? One, yeah. Thanks. If you've never tried pineapple buns, totally recommend it. This is what it looks like. It's super soft. I don't know, like it has that kind of like crunchy on the top, which is sweet, but not super sweet. I don't know, I love it. I told you, yesterday I had my first one, and I couldn't leave without having another one. Hi, can I have a latte to go? Yes, hot, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, bye-bye, have a nice day. Okay, so for those of you who know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of takeaway coffee. I always prefer to, you know, like have it in a little cup. But the weather outside is amazing. There was also a lot of people inside. Didn't feel like bothering them. So it would be great if I could find the park that I found yesterday so I can sit down there. But I'm not pretty sure about where it is. So I may have to wander around the city a little bit. Okay, so I found the park that I told you about. It's this one. Look at this. So this is the entry, and it has something that is called the Avenue of Comic Stars. So the two reflections that I wanted to share with you are think about, you know, what you've done in the past 2 months at your current job, for example. And if I had to think about my past self, or probably if I speak to some of my colleagues and ask them, okay, what have you done in the past 2 months? Most of them will find it hard to think about, okay, which have been the things that I have actually done for the past 2 months. And if I just think about the amount of things that have happened to me in the past 2 months, the reality is that it's crazy the amount of things that I've done. I sometimes think to myself that maybe I'm not doing enough or I'm not going fast enough. But if I just sit down and try to think about actually what has happened in these past 2 months, it's crazy. I've been able to advance on my business side, reaching out to suppliers, getting the business domain, talking to people to understand like what's the structure that I need to give to the business. I've also launched my YouTube channel. I've started uploading. Also moving to a different city, getting used to that city, traveling to Hong Kong, visiting this place, meeting some cool people here, talking also about new business ideas from the network that I'm starting to build in Shanghai. I've also been learning Chinese. To be honest, if I think about what has happened in my life for the past 2 months, crazy. It's a huge amount of things that have happened. So I just wanted to give you that brief reflection on how time is relative. And really, it just depends what you do with that time that makes it feel like a long time or like a very, very short time. If I had to think again to my previous self, months just flew by, and most of the times I couldn't remember even one thing that I did in that particular month that made it worth it. But that's it. I guess that's how life changes. And I just wanted to share these thoughts with you for you to reflect and think, okay, what have you done in this month? What have you done in the past 2, 3, 6 months? Because in my case, I've never felt that I was able to do so many things in such a little amount of time. And the other reflection, Hong Kong is fucking amazing. It's a very, very cool city. Definitely check out Hong Kong. This is the first time that I come, but I'll definitely be coming more often because I really loved it here. Oh, and that's my alarm, basically telling me that it's time to go to the airport. So, let's go.
Como no sentirme bien con todo lo que me da la vida. Hace tiempo que dejé que lo que siento sea mi guía.